Quinn exiting, there are no black women coaches currently in the WNBA. And everybody trying to stop on each other. It's reckless for Matt to dismiss it as a cash grab. They're yes or no? Did you say this? Cathy denied it. But what got interesting, as she was asked about Caitlin Clark and that $16 million comment that she made, right? And that's when Cathy said no, flat out, no, I never said that about Caitlin. I never said. So on one hand, she did not acknowledge, confirm, or deny about players should get down on their knees. And then on the other hand, she said, no, I never said that about Caitlin. She said about Caitlin has been a transformational player in this league. She's been a great representative of the game. She's brought in tens of millions of new fans to the game. That's really interesting. I mean, I want to see what y'all are saying. I'm curious to see, like, why are you giving politically correct answers to one accusation, but then on the other hand, you're standing up for Caitlin. And on the panel, someone said this perfectly yesterday. Why isn't Cathy standing up for herself? Her character has been called into question, and she's not even standing up for herself. So does that give validity to what Phee accused of? Sure. But I'm going to say this, and I'll be so honest with y'all. Phee was snitching. And I feel like what Phee did was low down, y'all. I don't think it was cool at all. If Phee is privy to conversations, especially maybe at the negotiation table, and things could possibly get heated, that's why they're still in a deadlock. They still haven't reached a CBA agreement yet, the league and the players. If Phee is privy to conversations with Cathy, or even she got it secondhand from somebody else, throwing Cathy under the bus to get what you want, she fighting dirty, man. Fighting real dirty. And I the fact, and Phee, obviously what she says holds weight. So she's the leader, she's the owner of Unrivaled, and she's the a union, she's one of the union leaders. She's one of the best players in the league. And she just lost bad, and she got hurt. And all of that mixed together, you decide to sit down in front of the cameras and air your boss out and tell them and show and say that she said players should get down on their knees. I mean, she's exposing Cathy, but I think that was low down. She's pretty much showing the blueprint of what it's going to take for them to get what they want. And I just don't respect that. I'll be honest with y'all. I really don't respect it. I do not respect how she did that. Even if Cathy was a terrible person, I don't know, y'all. Cathy's not the only one calling the shots. So it's like, why don't we just expose everybody then? Look. Y'all, y'all getting crazy in the chat. Listen, I don't feel sorry for Cathy. I feel sorry for anybody who would have to be in that position. I mean, she signed up for that position, but damn, Phee snitched on her though. Why are we looking at that? Why aren't we looking at these players? I think it would be more respectable if Nneka were to have got up there and maybe made comments or maybe even alluded to it. Phee came right out as if she got a text message or something. It's like they're calling for Cathy's head. And I'm very curious, like, even if and I said this yesterday, if the WNBA were to take Cathy out of that position, I don't think the women would see any change, because Cathy's not really the one calling the shots. It's the NBA owners that are calling the shots. Most of the league is owned by the NBA's owners. The same people who own the NBA own the WNBA. So taking Cathy out of the equation is going to expose how she's not the one calling the shots. Now, after you take Cathy out, now who are they going to come for to get what you want? That's the point I'm trying to make. Throwing Cathy under the bus, the owners don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about Cathy either. They probably think Cathy's a clown. But what I'm saying is, take her out the seat. They just going to find another person that's going to be similar to her. Nothing. That's not going to change nothing. That's the point I'm trying to make. What Phee did was dirty. She played dirty. And the only thing it's done is generate more hate for Cathy. What does that do for change? Calling Cathy a clown is not going to change nothing. The stuff is going to change because real change is necessary. But calling her a clown, I just felt like that was unnecessary. I don't think that I just didn't. Calling her out and throwing her under the bus like that only further enrages people. For example, Sophie Cunningham, and that's what I want to talk about. Okay, so Sophie said recently, and you know, Sophie all year has been rebelling on her podcast about the officiating specifically, and now she's talking about the leadership. Because when she got hurt, her sister came out, and I had a whole episode on this, and she used the same thing, the same tactic that we see with Phee and her injury and her speaking out in disgust and outrage is the same tactic that was already used by Sophie's sister, Lindsay. When Sophie got hurt, she was calling for the heads of the officiating, the leaders, and I think she called them stupid. Like, they're getting real nasty after injuries and losses and stuff like that. And I mean, it makes sense, but we've seen this before. And Sophie just came out and said there's a potential lockout. I promise you we aren't going to play until they give us what we deserve. She said this on Thursday. She then says that's kind of where it's headed, unfortunately, which would be the dumbest basketball decision business-wise ever, considering the momentum the W has. Yes, Sophie, it's not just dumb for the leadership, but it's dumb for y'all too. But you're like, you know, we got to do what we got to do. I'm from Baltimore, and I think it was last year or the year before, there was the unions. The union went on strike, and the ports were closed. Them ports weren't closed for that long. The union people ended up getting what they wanted, which is really cool. It's looking like the WNBA women are taking this route.